Hey guys, how's it doing? How's it doing? How's it going? So I've been dreading this review for a while now, only because I really hate this book. It is the New Avengers, the Collective. This is volume 4. I know I've been doing the New Avengers books, and I've been putting this off for a while now. It is so bad. I hate this book. I hate everything about this book. I hate the villain. I hate the story. I just hate the fact that it doesn't make any sense, and it gives so many loose ends. It's not even funny. The fact that I wasted money on this, I paid $32 for this collection, and it's New Avengers issues 16 through 20. Um, so let's get into it. I'll read you the synopsis that they gave you. The roller coaster ride continues. Earth's mightiest heroes face Earth's greatest superpowers in the wake of Disassembled and House of M. Now, I've done a review of House of M. This is where the Scarlet Witch loses her mind, and basically at the end she warps reality for the heroes for what they really want in life. Spider-Man was married to Gwen Stacy. Captain America, he never got frozen. The X-Men were kind of disassembled. Scott Summers and Emma Frost were married. It was a great book. I love House of M. And the way that they ended it was, spoilers, she said no more mutants. So a lot of the population of mutants lost their powers. And this is where this kind of unfolds. And you'll see what happens. Where was I? The New Avengers have lost much of the trust that was once their right, but when unidentified entry of unlimited energy appears, S.H.I.E.L.D. has little choice but to send up the new lineup against the most powerful opponent yet. Joined in action by the Miss Marvel, the New Avengers confront the Collective, a superhero being with thousands of abilities and the answer to one of the discrimination's biggest questions: where did the power go? Meanwhile, the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. is seeking her own answers. That's Marina Hill. She seems to get more from Spider-Man and the Young Avengers' vision, unwillingly or not. After learning the New Avengers' secrets, but offering more in return, where will S.H.I.E.L.D. stand in events that continue to shake the Marvel Universe? With the New Avengers lineup finally formed from all ranges of the power spectrum, Brian Michael Bendis, Steve McNevie, and Mike, I don't know how to say his last name, continued to challenge the Earth's mightiest heroes with their single most powerful foe yet. So it basically opens up in Alaska, in a small town. Now, I will admit that I do love the artwork in half of this book. It's very well put together. You can see there's a little town in Alaska there. And you just see this huge energy, and it hits one dude. And basically just destroys this town. That's not a real person, that's just the Santa Claus. Thought Avengers was going to get really dark all of a sudden. And yep, the Collective is born. There's the Collective right there. So what you find out later on is that he's on a warpath, and they send Alpha Flight in to stop him, or try to figure out what's going on there. And they just get their ass kicked. I think they died. I think a good chunk of them died. Right there. So there's the Guardian, Sasquatch, Shaman. I think there's Puck, the Guardian. So a good chunk of them died. And they just see that the Collective is going somewhere, but they don't know where. So Maria Hill says, Avengers Assemble. She's like, fuck. So now you get this artwork that I'm not too crazy about. It's not bad, but it's not the greatest. And basically the Avengers are just doing, public relations and trying to get the public to trust them and whatnot. And of course, Luke Cage is in front because I think they're in Harlem at this point. So Marina Hill contracts them out to figure out what's going on with this new baddie. And Miss Marvel shows up. I think she does it as a favor to Captain America. And Sentry's basically this... I hate the Sentry. I'll just admit, I hate the Sentry. He's such a weird character. He's so like a weak character in the beginning of this series. He changes in the Dark Avengers. I'm not going to do Dark Avengers because I don't have any of the Dark Avengers stuff. But right now, he's just this big wuss. And you really got to push him to actually do anything. So the new Avengers end up with the Collective, and Tony Stark and Miss Marvel go toe-to-toe with them. He is very powerful. And he ends up turning Miss Marvel back into her old form. I think it was like Warbird. So he's able to strip powers or amplify other powers. So they get their asses kicked. I'm just gonna... There's Tony Stark and his armor getting ripped off there. Now what you find out is, I'm not going to go through the whole book, but what you find out is that the Collective is the energies of all the mutants that lost their powers, all bundled into one very super Omega level entity. And the way that they get rid of the powers is kind of weird, kind of half-assed, but they got the Sentry here finally doing something, going toe-to-toe with Collective. He's not doing the greatest, but the Collective end up in Genosha, and I'll find it in a second. In Genosha, you have Magneto. Magneto at this point does not have any of his powers. He's basically writing his manifesto or his diary or whatnot at the end of the events of House of M, where you find out that Pietro or Quicksilver was the one that orchestrated everything that made his sister basically take everyone's powers away and whatnot. But he gets his powers back from the Collective, and he just basically turns into evil Magneto yet again, which is dumb. It's so dumb. And for some reason, all the dead mutants come back alive. This book is so bad, and I hate it so much. I will just say that the Collective, the guy, he does lose all the energy, all the Collective energy, but he does come back with powers. But there was no real punishment for him. Captain America, he has a set of powers. I guess he was a mutant, and he has a set of powers, and Captain America was like, what you can do now? What you can do about it now? It's like, there was no punishment for him. There was no anything for him. It was bullshit. I hated this book. I just hate this book, but I want to ruin it, but I would have to get rid of, like, my set. It's not going to be complete anymore. But stay away from this. This is like a 2. I only give it a 2 because of the art. The story doesn't make any sense. Ronin's there for some reason. He's not even in the goddamn book. But anyway, just stay away from this. Like, if you're going to complete a set, I understand you can grab this, but all in all, you don't need to read this. There's a little bit of plot for future books, but beyond that, it's nothing. It's a nothing book. So that's it for today's video, guys. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you've read this. Let me know if you actually like it. Yeah, so leave a comment, throw me a like if you want, and if you're not yet subscribed, please do. And as always, guys, I love you, and I will talk to you later.